Hey guys, what's up? Game Pizza Boy here, host of the Pizza Party. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be going through over everything that we heard and known from the special Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct that just happened just about yesterday. And it went through pretty much 15 minutes of gameplay and just going through all the amazing details. I'm going to be reading through the course news that just popped up on the Nintendo website and let you guys enjoy some of the bits and gameplay that are shown on screen as I get through all the details, of course. So let's get right into it and let's have some fun, getting really excited for this upcoming big Mario game. As always, if you do enjoy the video, hit the like button, comment down below, and tell me how excited are you for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and what are you excited about it the most, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it and let's talk about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Before we begin, I will put the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct in the link in the description below, so if you want to go watch that there, as I will be mostly throughout this video just going over commentating most of the stuff, of course. So if you want to go listen to the full commentary of Nintendo, go watch that in the link description below. Go watch it, enjoy it, and then you can come back here to come join in the discussion with me, and also we can talk about some of the stuff as I'll mention all the big stuff and kind of give my thoughts on some stuff, basically. Now, read through the details. Here's what they explain. In the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct video presentation, Nintendo showed nearly 15 minutes of footage featuring a roll-licking new gameplay, new power-ups, and transformative wonder effects from the upcoming Nintendo Switch game, which will launch on October 20th. So, we're going to be going through all the details here. Get ready to jump into the unexpected with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's pretty cool also, by the way, that it's not including the new anymore, as we are now jumping away from that era of the new Super Mario Bros. Franchise and enter a whole entirely new era of these 2D Mario games, so that's pretty exciting right there. The next evolution of Mario fun and the first 2D side-scrolling Super Mario Bros. Game in more than 10 years. With a new Flower Kingdom to explore and a varied roster of playable characters, Super Mario Bros. Wonder also introduced Wonder Flowers, game-changing items that create surprising effects you have to see to believe. Basically, are these little tiny flowers that are in the game right now, which you can grab, and it will change the way the levels and the characters, including enemies and you, are affected during the game. It's also the main thing that also during the trail we see Bowser touch, which is what results in changing him into basically this big, huge, like Koopa hybrid castle, basically, which it transforms from just what we saw during this intro cutscene, of course, which is pretty crazy, though. It's honestly really insane seeing what happened right there. And obviously, these power-ups in general can do a lot of things, which I'm excited for the most. Another thing they also mentioned as well is that they're also releasing a new, cool Mario-themed OLED model Nintendo Switch, the Mario Red Edition, which will be available in stores on October 6th at a retail price of $349.99. So obviously you're gonna get just a brand new Switch. So if you're a big console collector, or if you're planning to get a Switch because you want to get your hands on Mario Wonder or any other cool Nintendo products, and you want to get this cool game and along with this cool Switch, you can too right now. So on October 6th, be ready for it. Keep your eye on your counters. If you want to go buy this, it's going to be really cool. The system, along with its two Joy-Con controllers and Nintendo Switch dock, all sport the iconic Mario Red color. A silhouette design of Mario jumps in the action in the back of the dock as well. And you can look closely. You'll also find some hidden coins there too. Check with local retailers for pre-order information soon. Obviously, if you want to go check their websites, go to nintendo.com/retail offers. If you want to go, of course, and get your hands on this beauty right here. I personally won't be doing it because I don't have that kind of cash and I already got a Switch. But if you want to get a Switch, or if you're a collector, this is your chance to do so. So make sure to get ready for it before as it gets releasing on October 6th. Now, obviously, based on what you see during the cutscenes that we talked about a little bit earlier with Bowser and obviously transforming into this castle there, there's a lot of details they explain about the story right here. So here's basically what the gist of it. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the benevolent Prince Florian, this cute little wiggler creature, which honestly looks so adorable, he looks cute, he invites Mario and his friends to the Flower Kingdom, a not-so-distant land just beyond the Mushroom Kingdom. However, unfortunately, it's interrupted because of Bowser, the king of the Koopas, who has other plans to deal and trespass. With just a single touch of the mysterious Wonder Flower, Bowser merges with Prince Florian's castle. Thanks to his newfound power, chaos spreads across the land, and now it's up to Mario and Pals to stop Bowser and save the Flower Kingdom. And here are just a handful of features and highlights that players can experience on the Flowerful adventure. And there's a lot to talk about right here. And I'm looking forward to obviously go into the details of each of them. The first to talk about is, of course, a kingdom teeming with variety. Obviously, the Flower Kingdom is made up of 6 distinct worlds that circle the Petal Isles, which is this middle location you see here, which lets you access to many of the 7 areas to explore very much. You can traverse multiple islands, dive into the sea, and spelunk through caves. A rich variety of courses await in each world, and you can even walk freely through open areas and you find on the open world. So like it is, there are 7 worlds in total, basically, with this nice Petal Isles mission, obviously, like little center area. Obviously, those Petal Isles is the main circle of it that access these 6 distinct worlds, of course. Obviously, there are levels on there too as well. You can find it's like a beach-like location with different islands to help connect all of them. And there are a total of 7 different locations, one of which of them is called Pipe Rock Plateau, which is basically the equivalent of, you know, basically your typical grassy-like location with these awesome cool pipe mountains, which are pretty cool, and your many, obviously easy-to-go levels, of course. There is also the Fluff Peaks, which is like a mountain, snow mountain, cloudy kind of location. There's going to be a lot of course, levels as you climb to the very top of the mountain, reach the high cloud area, which looks really cool, though. I especially love the snowy areas, the snowmen, the Christmas lights, just the distinctive, that looks so cool. I love it. Just really nice in detail, very much. Then there's Shining Falls, which has this very nice, cool, like, kind of, I think, temple, forest-like location. The diamonds that are around on the areas and the walls, stuff like that, and the running water. It looks pretty cool, though. It's giving me off, like, Super Paper Mario vibes in some ways, which is pretty dope, honestly, right there as well. There's plenty of other locations they also mention as well, but they don't really name them in particular. But based on the look of the map, we can kind of get an idea about exactly what they could be based around, of course. The first location I'll mention, of course, obviously is this one location right here. We do see a couple of moments right here, including this one weird, big, huge, like, kind of like ocean-like, or like small little, like, little puddle-like area, which looks like an oasis of some sorts. This most likely is the desert location, obviously. It really gives off similar desert vibes. There's a lot of sand. This looks like an oasis. There's also a lot of these mountaintops that would cover in sand. And then this castle, which also kind of has like a very nice desert-like vibe to it almost, very much, which looks pretty cool indeed. You can see the castle and everything like that. There's also this area with these purple, like, I guess, like platform areas. Obviously, this might most likely be the kind of, I think, Boo Forest, haunted, like, forest-like location, like we've seen before. It doesn't look like it's mostly, it looks like mostly like trees. It's like some weird purple goo thing. I don't know what that's all about, but just, it does give off a similar scary vibe. There's even a haunted house in this location. So most likely, this is obviously the haunted location as a whole. This other location, at the time, I was a little confused at first, but now I realize I think this has something to do with that underground lava area that we've seen during the trailer as well, because there is an underground location with a pipe that you can go through, and it looks much like there's like a lot of lava. It's like a cave-in location, because if you look closely at the location, it gives off there's like a weird little face-like area right here that I believe is the entrance into it, and it most likely goes underground. So obviously this rule is gonna be like a lava-like encrusted cave-like location, about pretty much. So we'll see where that kind of plays out, very much indeed. Of course, we have Bowser obviously in the middle, obviously right there. Most likely, he'll probably be waiting for when the time is right, when we're ready to go take him on and obviously stop him. So I'm pretty interested to see what will happen at the very end. So good luck to Mario in the game as we fight against all the threats that Bowser will throw at us, as we stop Bowser once and for all again with the power of the Wonder Flower that he has now consumed in himself. So we're going to see exactly what happens and plays out. Another mention, of course, they mentioned is, of course, the wondering about wonder effects, obviously referring to the Wonder Flower. Expect the unexpected. Wonder Flowers thrive off this world's mysterious power and release it when in bloom. When you touch a Wonder Flower in a course, a wonder effect will trigger, causing dramatic changes. Pipes might start moving, the terrain may tilt, your perspective can change, or you might float through space. There are even wonders that can transfer your character into things like a Goomba or a Spike Ball. This is cool to me because obviously I'm excited about this power. There's like very different variations of it they show, of course, but there's like obviously many effects they demonstrate completely. So like obviously, like I said, the pipes will start moving. We've seen that in like the first early bit trailer where some of the pipes were acting like snakes and were rising a bit. There's some effects where it does change you, like there's one moment where in a shadow-like area, Mario becomes tall for some reason, and that makes him stretch up and down. There's even also where he turns him into a spike ball, a Goomba, a balloon. There's also the fact that different kinds of Wonder Flowers, they change in different colors as well, too, which is interesting. They have them in blue, they have them in pink, they have them in green, and they have them also in yellow and purple. And I don't know what exactly they'll change in different effects, but we know, obviously, based on what we've seen, they all will have very different kinds of effects that will affect in the terrain around you. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where it plays out and how it goes. I'm pretty excited to see where these Wonder Flowers take us. It's going to be very weird to see what happens, so I'm very excited to find out what these Wonder Flowers do, very much indeed. I'm super excited about it. I cannot wait to test it out a little bit more and just see where the effects go even further with this. So pretty excited about it. Now, here comes the best part I'm really excited about, and it's talking about the characters that are going to be in. Charismatic characters at your command. This has got me pretty excited by this very much indeed. I am pretty hyped by this because there's actually a lot more characters than you think there are actually. Besides Mario, you can also play as Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Blue Toad or Yellow Toad, and even Toadette. They all play the same, so go with your favorite or mix it up with someone different. But also, Yoshi's and Nabbit will be in there to be playable as well. They won't take damage, so they're a smart choice if you're looking for a more easygoing experience. This is pretty exciting because that means we got a total of 12 different characters to play. 12 different characters to play, which is honestly amazing, honestly. And like they say, obviously, well, every other character from Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Blue, Yellow Toad, and Toadette will play the same, so you can go and mix around and have fun with someone different. The Yoshi's and Nabbit will be your pretty much not taking damage for like characters, but they will not consume power-ups. This is similar to how Nabbit was like in New Super Luigi U. He was completely invincible. You couldn't kill him unless, of course, he got squished or obviously fell down a hole or lava. But he cannot take any power-ups. Like, he cannot use it. He just takes and gets points, but he will not consume the power-ups. So will the Yoshi's well. I'm pretty excited to fight with these variety of different characters, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing each and every one of them if I want to very much. What character you guys can start with playing first the most? Definitely let me know. Very excited for that. Now into the big juicy part right here, and that is, of course, the power-ups. Plenty of power-ups. Obviously, we know from when it comes to Mario, there's always so many cool power-ups to get here, and there are actually plenty of them, of course, that we'll discuss as well. First power-up, obviously, we got to talk about is, of course, obviously, the Elephant Fruit, which is the power we've already been seeing lately, which will be demonstrated for a lot of things. Super Mario Bros. Wonder features the debut of new power-ups such as the Elephant Fruit, which allows Mario and some of his friends to transform into elephant form. Throw around your weight and your nose as you swing your trunk to attack enemies, destroy blocks, and dash across large gaps. I think this is going to be a really interesting, cool power-up, again, with the elephant form, because, again, despite the fact that they're, like, in elephant form, it doesn't slow them down very easily. They can still speed up and get past even large gaps. They can bust through blocks. They can use their trunk to deal with enemies. They can even use their trunks to get water and absorb it to then spray out if they want to, as well, to, like, feed water to, like, flowers, for example. So it's pretty cool to find out some secrets and stuff like that when using that trunk of yours whenever you use water. So definitely keep an eye out for that. There's also mention of other two power-ups. This includes I guess I'll say the drill mushroom, because it looks like that as such, and the bubble flower. The bubble flower or bubble form allows you to blow floating bubbles that could be used to capture enemies from a distance. It can also be used, by the looks of it, even helping you out across certain areas, as demonstrated here, where Mario obviously used the bubbles to help himself get past some enemies that are in this large gap area, which is pretty cool. I like that. So a bubble form right there, and I love the design where they're going for, especially the nice pink and purplish colors they go for that. Pretty cool. The drill form, or drill mushroom as I'll call it, makes dealing with spiky or hard-headed enemies a breeze. It allows you to burrow and move through the ground, or even ceiling, for example. The drill form, honestly, this drill thing is like almost like the drill power-up from Mario Galaxy 2, but even more escalating fully. This looks pretty cool. I like the design of costumes, especially with the nice black color to it, and the nice little drill on the top of their head, which is pretty cool. It protects them from above. It allows them to drill in the ground or the ceiling. They can pretty much get past everything. This can even help you out if you need to get to certain gaps you can't reach or can't break. They also have probably pretty much other items will be returning. They do show off, of course, like the fire flower, which is back, and my guess even power-ups like the super mushroom, for example. And obviously, I have no doubt that even other power-ups, like maybe the Starman, obviously, no doubt about that. Obviously, they are going to be back as well. So it's going to be pretty cool to see maybe these power-ups return. There's also another thing that they do mention as well for power-ups I'll quickly mention, and that's also the power of the item balloon, which allows you to take an item with you as an extra, and while you're using another item. So, for example, let's say that you have an elephant power-up, but you want to swap to this fire flower you get, and you want to keep your elephant power for later in case you end up losing your fire flower power-up, or in case you want to switch back to it later for certain reasons. You can grab the fire flower, it will take the elephant fruit you have, and it will put it in your item balloon, and it will be kept for later whenever you push the action button. So if you feel like you need the item, you can use it and get it out of the blue, and you can get right back to it again. Or you can swap it over to that power-up again when you must necessarily need it for certain occasions or some certain obstacles. So honestly, it's pretty cool though about that, and I do like that. It's really awesome to see that item balloon be introduced, and it could be really good to help out with balancing items, stuff like that. So I like that very much. So, and I'm very excited for these different power-ups, especially besides the elephant fruit. I definitely like the bubble flower and the drill mushroom. I can't wait to see where they play out more often, certain things, and I hope we see more different power-ups soon. I wonder if they'll do more. What do you guys think? What other power-ups do you guys think should return, or what new power-ups do you guys want to see? There's also tons of different enemies too, as well. When it comes to enemies, you'll encounter new treacherous ones while trapezing through the Flower Kingdom. There are many kinds of enemies, including the typical ones you can expect, like Goombas, Koopas, Piranha Plants, stuff like that. But they do have a variety of different enemies as well, of course. A few of them that were named, of course, were these Hoppycats, these creatures which will copy you when you jump, which means you have to basically be careful and time it right when you jump around with them. There's also Melon Piranha Plants, which are like Piranha Plants, but they spit seeds from their mouths, which my guess will be used to kind of knock you around a little bit, I would say. They'll just knock you around, kind of mess with you a little bit, so you got to be careful with those guys. Condors, which are these bird-like creatures that will fly at you and will stick their beaks into your business. In other words, they will basically just come at you, and if they get stuck, they'll keep coming at you until they get stuck, and then they'll try to get themselves out to try to come after you again. So they'll launch at you, so be careful. Maw-maws will eat anything that comes too close to their gaping mouths. There are many enemies for you to discover. Another creature, obviously they mentioned the Maw-maws, are these creatures right here that basically chomp around and basically try to chase after you. Although these creatures look like they do get tired out after you run for so long right there. So there's definitely some moments where they'll probably just like kind of give up for a moment and be like, oh man, I can't catch up. Just like that pretty much. Now, there are tons of enemies that are in this trailer, in this little gameplay that I didn't name specifically. Some of them you can obviously catch if you recognize them. Some of them have names, some that are new, obviously, that are spotted, but we don't have names on them yet. So I won't go through all the cores, obviously, since there's so many to obviously talk about. But obviously, I'll leave that to you guys to obviously figure out what you guys think they are about, or maybe if you can figure out what their names are. Let me know, drop them in the comments if you have any idea what their names are, or if you found out, or if you recognize these enemies from anywhere in the Mario universe. Definitely let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But that's basically the gist of all the enemies that I've talked about there so far, and I'm looking forward to see where more of these enemies will grow more. We'll see more cool ideas down the line, so I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to it indeed. Now here comes something I'm really excited to talk about right here, and that is badges. As your adventure progresses, you'll be able to earn a variety of different in-game badges, each with its own special ability. In local multiplayer, each group of players will be able to use the same badge, and they will give like certain special effects. They do mention a few options, such as one that basically allows you to obviously float with your cap and be able to fly. It's like almost similar to like how Peach's skirt can help her float in some moments before in previous games, but it's like with a cap basically for everyone. There's one with the wall climb jump badge, which allows you to enhance your wall jumping abilities. There's the dolphin kick badge, which lets you unleash a burst of underwater speed to let you help swim more faster. There is the grapple vine badge, which allows you to shoot vines in midair and stick to walls like Spider-Man almost. And even also many additional challenges that lets you try to see if you can take on some challenges, such as like obviously becoming like an invisible badge, where you could become invisible to enemies and yourself, literally, as well with this badge, which is pretty hilarious. They didn't show every other badge. There's plenty of them that probably have showed off, of course, but they probably will have more of it we'll discover as we play through the game. But it's pretty exciting to see what these badges will do and how they use, and you can use them by equipping them obviously at the like I guess little badge stores or the stands, which is where those puplins usually are on the map, and or usually put them in as you're either getting into a world like a certain world, or maybe if you're trying to after you die or something like that. So you can change out badges if you want to, if you need something for a certain situation. So there's a lot of customization and uses with these badges. So definitely get ready for them. Make sure to try them out. Mix and match. See if you can find any badges that you might find useful for certain courses or whatever. See what you can figure out. Now to finish things off, obviously I got to finish it off with one big cool detail to talk about, and that is multiplayer. Obviously we got to talk about some multiplayer related stuff, both locally and even some online related stuff. First of all is local multiplayer. Obviously you can play up to 4 players locally on the same Nintendo Switch system, and it allows you to play almost any character you want. So it doesn't matter who you want to play. You have anyone you can play as much as you want. You can play any of the Yoshis, Nabbit, or Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toadette, or even the other blue or yellow Toads. And you can choose which whenever you want, and everyone can play whoever they want if they want to. They selected. Another thing is also that if a player is defeated during local co-op, they will start floating around the course as a ghost nearby teammates, and if another player reaches them before time runs out, they'll be jumped right back in action, and the group won't lose any lives. You can also have someone who's playing as Yoshi. You can also jump on their backs and ride them around the course as well. Giddy up, baby. So it's gonna be pretty cool to If everyone plays Yoshi, they can actually ride each other like that, and it's pretty hilarious, honestly. Now, besides, of course, local multiplayer, there is some online multiplayer playstyle too. While playing online, you have the option of creating a room to get together with friends, but in a shared room, you can see which courses your friends are playing, play the same one together, and even turn most courses into a friendly race. Even when playing solo, if you connect online, you can see other players from around the world in courses and on the world map enjoying the game in real time, appearing as live player shadows. You can come back to life also by bumping into a live player shadow here too. Plus, you can assist them fellow players by using what they call a standee that they can use to revive ghosts. Place them creatively in challenging areas to really help someone out. The game will even display how many people you have saved using your standee sets with a heart icon. Basically, the concept, what they're doing right here is that it is like playing alone with friends, but it's not like you're like in a same lobby or some like situation, like you're getting together in a lobby. It's more of like you're shadowing each other in the same one. So like you can make a credit room with them, but mostly that's gonna be used if you just want to hang out around the course right there and do like races, like in a course, like trying to beat the course in fast time or beating the boss quick time, stuff like that in some way. It's not like you could just play through the whole game to work together in some of that like local multiplayer standards right there. But it's still pretty cool though that you have some like that, especially since I like the idea about the whole shadowy live players in real time as you explore the world map and courses. That's pretty cool. And you could share items, stuff like that, and save yourself or others when they're in a ghost form, stuff like that. It's really helpful. I actually like that. It's pretty good. And the standees are pretty unique too. You can get some new standees and change them out with different character standees, whatever you want, and it could be useful to help friends. So place them in challenging areas, help your teammates out. People who see your little heart icon and see the number will know how much you have saved people a lot with this. So it's a pretty cool feature right there. Not what I really expected for online play as much, but it's still pretty cool. I'll give it that. I'm pretty excited about that for sure. So that's everything to talk about for Super Mario Bros. 1. Now, what are my thoughts so far from this direct? I think it's very informative and it was really good. I actually enjoy all the details of it that explain everything that we can expect. I'm really excited very much for a lot of things, but my most favorite ones is probably the online features, at least a bit. I definitely was hoping when they announced this online features, I was hoping it was gonna be like where you can online play with 3 other players and make the 4-player team, you and 3 people, and just play through the whole game together. But the shadowy figures and sometimes teaming up doing races together, or at least just trying to share items and help people out. Honestly, that's not a bad thing, I would say very much. I'm excited about the items, especially much, and the badges. The power-ups are gonna be really cool. I really want to try out that drill mushroom so badly. It looks pretty cool, and the badges are pretty exciting too as well. I definitely can't wait to try out all the badges and just see what we can make up with that and for certain levels. So I'm pretty excited about that. I cannot wait. I'm very excited for this adventure, and I'm looking forward to this game. So, guys, it comes out on October 20th, so be ready for that, guys. Be excited. I can't wait to play this game. It's going to be really exciting, guys. But anyway, that is everything to talk about for the special event. I hope you guys are excited. Again, if you want to go watch the 15 minutes gameplay and hear the commentary from Nintendo about this Direct and everything else that was explained that I did, you can go watch the video in the link in the description below if you want to go see it. We'll also put in the link to the Nintendo.com website to all the stuff I was reading just right now. If you want to go read it also in text form if you want to. There's a lot of good stuff to read about this too as well. So feel free to go do that as very much indeed if you need to go read the details. But I'm excited, guys. I can't wait for this game. I hope you guys are too. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time here at the Pizza Party, and I will catch you guys next time. Get excited, guys. I can't wait for this game. All right, guys. Take care.